Connected to chat. Hello, Jay's in the house. Retro Rockets. Oh, you logged in under that one, huh? I wonder, Don, if you're ever going to log under that one. That's cool. So thanks for jumping in. Got some little projects I want to finish up on the mini me machine. And actually, you know what? I don't think I'm going to glue it in yet, but I do want to show the Alpha 3 body. I've got it painted up, and I want to show it off. But at some point, I'm going to have to glue the baffle in, which is hiding back here. So, but we'll get to that here in a bit. These things are falling over. Let me try to situate that. So, yeah, welcome everybody. It looks like we got the two of you in the chat so far. We'll give it a moment for other folks to trickle in. But the mean machine, the mini mean machine, is dried on the fillets. Yes, the baffle did finally cure. And, you know, well, yes and no. I mean, it's hard, but it feels sticky. But that might just be oily fingers. But no, I mean, So to answer your question, no, it's not fully cured, but it's hard. It's not taking... I'm trying to push my fingernail into it. Well, actually, it is kind of taking my fingernail. It's not focusing too well. Yeah, you can actually see that line there where my fingernail scratched it. So, no, it's not fully cured yet. But yeah, I'm really not going to worry about it. By the time it flies, it should be fully cured. And even if it never does fully cure, I mean, it's protecting the wood anyway. But that's kind of strange how the JB Weld company recommends lacquer thinner, and it's still, you know, I mean, that's per manufacturer recommendation. So I probably won't get to that today, but it is ready to glue in. In fact, I'm going to set this completely out of the way till later. But I do want to get the standoffs glued on and work on the payload bay a little bit. I got the nose part of the bay. I've got what I'm going to use for my coupler, and I've got a little bulkhead pre-cut. All I need to do is finish screwing the eyelet in to the bulkhead. Then this is going to insert into that, and then we'll cut this to fit into there. Oh, okay, understood, Jay. Take care, and hope your son feels better. You're going to switch it? Okay, you don't have to, but you're more than welcome to, Don. So tell you what, while Jay runs to help his son, I hope he's back, and I'm going to let Retro get a chance to get on his other account. I'm going to run and get my... Oh, you're back already. That was quick. I'm going to run and get my Alpha 3 body and show you guys how that came out. I hope you guys can tell the difference. I wish I had a side-by-side, but here is the body tube for the Alpha 3. This is 2 coats of black over the primer. You can see I've got the holes. They're kind of hard to see, but I got the altimeter holes punched. Okay, thanks a lot, Curtis, for jumping in and saying hi. Maybe you can catch the replay. Sounds good. But yeah, no, I think by painting it, instead of just leaving it the stock cardboard, you get a lot nicer finish. So I'm pretty pleased. Yes, you can still see a little bit of the spiral. And I did not attack it with the filler at all. I just used the primer method that I showed you. It does help, but it's not the cure-all for the spirals. But again, it's 100% better than the stock body tube, so... But I'm really pleased. Let me see if I can show you. The fillets came out really nice. You kind of see the angle there. Yeah, I love the fillets. So, and yeah, sorry guys, I couldn't do a live stream yesterday. I hope you didn't plan your schedule around it, but no, I had every Tuesday I will not be able to do a live because I've got a class at church that I attend. So that's my Tuesday night routine. But here we are back on Wednesday, and back to work. So Joe, if you guys remember, I was really getting close to gluing my launch lugs on. And Joe said, you know, Kevin, if you're going to be running your retaining ring like so, you might want to standoff on the launch lugs. And boy, you know, it never dawned on me, and I would have glued these on without having done that. One thing I want to do, these are my launch lugs with the standoffs, and when I was cutting the standoffs, I don't know, the wood that they came from wasn't like very perfect. So what I did was I slid I think it's 9/64 inch drill bit just to hold them, and I'm going to sand the bottom of these flush so I know that they'll be equal to one another. So let me go ahead and do that now. In fact, you can see there's a little bit of a crack. Good question. I'm going to go with the stock decals that came with it. Because that's what it is. And it's going to be a flying model. If I ever want to do like a static display, then maybe I'll build another one in the future and do it to make it look like the original. But no, I'm going to go with the decals that came with the kit. Good question though. Hey, FFS. I'm not sure what your schedule was, but I decided if I go on, I know you went on late last night, so I was kind of hoping maybe you'd go on late again tonight. Oh, you just made it. Glad you made it, Joe. I sent you a text, Joe. I'm not sure if you got it, but I'm glad you were able to jump in. We just started. I haven't glued anything yet, but I do have my standoffs, and I'm just going to sand the base of these just to kind of make sure they're the same height. So, you never know either. Yeah, understood. And just because these are aligned a certain way, I'm just going to mark on the same side so I know which orientation they're going to. That way, if one's, canted left or right, it's not going to oppose each other. They'll be facing the right direction. So get those marked. That way I'll glue them down the same way. Okay, sounds good, FFS. Real quick, Aaron, if you're watching, just to show you, this is my body tube for my Alpha 3. So I'm getting caught back up to you. I'm almost ready to start. And we have a little package. In fact, I'm going to be opening up some baseball cards tonight at the end. And hopefully maybe I'll get some reds, and if so, maybe they might just find a way to jump into a package that's flying out east. So we'll see how that works out. But I've got your stuff ready to ship out. Ramona went to the grocery store and picked up some of that mix that her and Jess were discussing. So let Jess know that we've got some for you guys. So that's coming. Launch this way. There you go. That'll get a lot quicker, that's for sure. Well, actually, I'm not ahead of you, Aaron. I'm just getting caught up to you. I'm trying to get to where I'm where you're at, to be honest with you. But I'm just making a lot of modifications. Much to my chagrin, school. Oh, okay. Does that interfere with your park and your launching schedule? Yeah, Joe, check this out. Look at the fillets. I'll be honest with you. I'm not trying to brag, but I am very pleased with the fillets. Trying to get a good angle for the camera and keep it in focus. I mean, doesn't that look like a nice little, like a weld seam, a nice clean weld? I really, really like rock epoxy. It lays down nicely, and isn't that exactly what Don said? Joe, that is exactly what Don put, word for word. So, thank you, sir. Yeah, I'm pretty pleased with the way they came out. So the launch lug is never, ever, ever, ever coming off. I think it's pretty secured. So I got my standoffs. You know, I went through my box of scrap wood the other day, guys, and I could not find anything to use for a standoff. So I was I swung by Hobby Lobby on the way home from work yesterday and had to pick up some 1/8 inch by 3/16. You know, I'm still, look at that crack in the base. That is, there's a term down south, and it goes like this: no bueno. Man, I don't want to have to do this again. Now, let me peel this off and just sand them again. Good quality wood is hard to come by these days. Okay. So like I said, I slipped a 9/64 drill bit in here to hold them in line. Yes, the fillet will take care of it, but I want to make sure that they're setting even, Don, and the same height up off the tube. Does that make sense? I mean, I totally get cosmetically, yeah, it'll cover it up, but I want them to be even on the tube. Okay, now hopefully I left enough so the standoff's still gonna miss the retainer ring. Boy, yeah, just barely. So there's our clearance right there. About, I don't know, 1/16 or so. So I'm not gonna sand any more because then we're gonna get it too low. But see, this is the part of me where I try to make things too perfect and then I'll end up ruining it. As Curtis likes to say, good enough is good enough. And truer words have never been spoken, because by trying to perfect things, you ruin them. Yeah, you're good. Thank you. That's a technical term. Which word did I say that's technical? No launching during... Okay, so it's actually like a rule. That's unfortunate. So here's what I'd like to do. Let me remove the cap. I'm going to go ahead and start gluing, at least get the first one on, and then we'll get the front one on. But they want the launch lug. Let me verify the manual. Yikes. Oh, Joe, while I'm looking this up, I stopped by the hobby shop yesterday, and no worries, your motors are still on their way, but take a guess at what they ran into. When I paid them the money for the rocket motors and they ordered them, guess what they did not expect? Can you guess? Oh, no bueno. Yes, no bueno is a technical term. So guess what little hiccup they ran into when they were ordering my motors, Joe? Yeah. We'll get them as close as we possibly can, Don. And I've never had an issue before, so I think we'll be okay. The manual shows there at the bottom, the bottom launch lug is 1 inch. Isn't that an interesting way to draw it up? Aren't you? Technically the dimension should be on the inside, like 8.5. They got that right, but that 1 inch should be on the inside. But I get what they're saying. So we're gonna glue. In fact, the 1 inch mark is also the same distance up as the bottom of the fin. So we just have to line it up with the fin. Okay, where's my ruler? Let me still make sure we're all good. I'm gonna make a little mark though, just because. Okay, so that's gonna be the bottom of our launch lug. Payment in pounds sterling. No, they did not realize that there's a hazmat fee when you ship motors. So when they ordered the motors from whatever distributor they use, they tacked on a $34 charge, to which the company, their corporate office, went, whoa, we got to halt this order. So they halted it. They had to see if they could order more motors for their inventory to make it worth their while. So while the corporate office was trying to figure out what motors and how many to order, it put a delay on ordering yours. So they say that, and then corporate also said we'll pay half the hazard fee if the store picks up the other, what, $17 because it's 34 total. So it's been ordered, but they had to wait for the clearance because of the hazmat shipping. So yeah, I'm blocking the camera. Only you and Gary do that, Ron. Only you and Gary do that. Us Howleys, we don't do that. So, all right, well, there's really no use in waiting any longer. I'm just going to throw a little piece of glue on the bottom of the standoff and have a go at it. So, Ron, I appreciated your response there for the scissor wing, but did it really, wink, wink, get deleted, or did you just use discretion, wise discretion, in not showing it? Yeah. Now, what's weird, guys, is Quest motors ship with no issue. So is it just a matter of black powder versus composite? I don't see how one would be more dangerous than the other. I don't know. But I've never been charged a fee for composite motors. Just the black powder stuff. So anyway. Okay, here we go. And again, I'm going to beef this up with the fillets probably tomorrow or later tonight. But let me just set this. You know what? I put way too much on. There we go. Okay, we'll let that sit for a minute. Composite has a hazmat fee also. Really? Well, I ordered some Quest motors directly from Quest, and they didn't charge me any extra whatsoever. Well, okay, so have you ordered from Hobby Inc? Oh, no, they were talking about that. Oh, that's cool. They don't charge. Oh, maybe so. Yeah, Joe's right. After the rocket landed, Ron, we heard you yell sorry. So we both kind of cringed at that moment. So I was not surprised to see it not uploaded. Big composite? Okay. Well, again, the little stuff, my D motors, they didn't charge me nothing for that. So, okay, well, it's been a minute. So let me set this into position. Try to line it up best I can. Isn't alignment fun? Especially when you're at that point where you just want to breathe on it a skosh the other direction. So anyway, so there's our launch lug. Look at it from behind. I don't think you guys can see this. No. Okay, you know what, guys? You're going to hate me. I just peeled it off, and I'll tell you why. I just noticed something. Let me... Give me 1 second. Let me wipe this glue off. Okay, we're going to start this over. I'll show you why. It's not a hazmat fee, just companies who don't believe that Hawaii and Alaska is in the 50 states. Wow, yeah. Okay, you know what? I'm not quite ready to glue these on, and I'll show you why. Look at the angle of the base. I don't know if it'll focus or not. It's not, it's like, it's canted. The base is not square. So I just want to square that up. Oops. Before I glue it on. Because it looks canted on the, that's what I noticed when I put it on, it looked canted on the body. So let me try to square this a little better. There we go. Okay, now we're square. Is that gonna focus? Well, it's better. I'm trying to build suspense. No, I'm doing exactly what Curtis would say not to do. Leave it alone. It's good enough. But he's not here to stop me, so I can get away with it. Oh, great. My line disappeared. You know what? I'm just going to leave it on. Launch lugs aren't going to move around like fins are, so... And of course, the other thing I'm dealing with is I didn't sand a curve into the wood. So it's going to kind of roll on me just a tad because the curve under the standoff, but okay, we're good. It's not focusing, is it? Focus on my finger. There we go. Well, anyway, you get the idea. Yeah, I'm trying not to, Don. It's that OCD in me. Ugh. As my dad used to say, cut it off twice, still too short. And then cut it again, see if you can lengthen it. All right, so let's go ahead and measure up 8.5 inches. And why didn't I do that before I glue the back one on? So the front one is at 8.5 inches. Okay, so there's our 8.5 inch mark. So that'll be the base of our front one. We'll go ahead and throw that on next. And I'm not going to overthink it. I'm just going to do it. It's kind of funny. When I build and film, I like to narrate and kind of teach and talk and share what I'm doing, but here I am talking to a bunch of guys that have done this 100 times more than I have and can teach me a thing or two, and I'm acting like I'm actually instructing you guys, but we all know better, and I'm not trying to pretend to know more because I know I don't. I mean, obviously, Ron, I don't know if you were in the stream the other day when I was talking about gluing these on, but Joe pointed out, he says, you're putting a retainer ring on the back. That cap sticks out a good 1/8 of an inch either side. You're going to need to put a standoff on your launch lug. And he said that just before I was about to glue the launch lugs on flat without the standoffs. And I'm like, oh my goodness, Joe, you just saved me a huge headache. Now, I do wonder if Joe knew that because he's made the mistake himself. A lot of us learn by making mistakes. I'm back here eyeballing this, looking at it. It looks good to me. Hey, Roberto, how you doing? Roberto from California. Okay, I think we're good. What's throwing me off is it's a perception thing, but the front of this lug is cut kind of at an angle. It's not square. So it kind of gives a perception like it's twisted, but it's lined with the center line perfectly. Joe, that is my biggest trouble. I put my heart and soul into all of my projects. Any one of my RC airplanes, if I were to crash them, I would cry like a baby. I really would. And I have cried over it. It's just, and it's not the expense. Yes, there's money involved, but it's the time that you'll never get back. That's what hurts. And inevitably, I'm sure you guys can relate to this, I refer to all my flying models as my babies. Every rocket that I launch, it's my baby. My RC airplanes I fly, they're my babies. And technically, they are, because 9 times out of 10, at some point during construction, I will cut myself or nick myself with an X-Acto, and I will get a drop of blood somewhere on the aircraft. So my DNA is in every one of the projects I build. So technically, those are my babies up in the air. Foamies, that's a whole new world, Don. I'm not opposed to them, but I'm old school, and I do like the older stuff. We're watching your stream like people watch NASCAR. I hope it's not that boring. Oh my goodness. I could take that one of two ways. Either it's really, really exciting, or it's really, really not exciting. Zero time investment, true. And I guess and less emotional ties. So if you crash a foamy, you chuckle it off, and just laugh and go your way. But balsa and monocoat and glue, oh, it's painful. Oh, waiting for the crashes? Learning, okay, well, that's not my nature, Joe, but that goes against what I believe, but, whatever works for you, I guess. So, okay, here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to set this aside before I knock it off and destroy something, because I tend to do that. So let's set this out aside. We're going to play with the payload bay for a little while, and maybe I'll open up some cards. Hey, Sportsline. Oh, drinking beer. Was that Bubba J that likes to drink beer and watch NASCAR? All right, set that aside. Now let's look at my payload bay. Well, actually, that was fine where it was. Here's the payload bay, and here's my bulkhead. So what I'm going to do is, man, that is one deep. Look at the note. Look at how deep that goes into the body. We're about to get a storm too. So it is monsoon season out here in the desert Southwest. It's getting awfully dark outside too. So, but here's the little payload bay I made out of 1/8-inch plywood, light ply. In fact, I've drilled a couple holes, one for the eyelet, which I need to finish. I'm going to back this out, but I'm just going to get the threads all the way through. There we go. Did you glue in your alpha? No, not yet. In fact, where'd I put it? It's right here. Joe, it's still, it'll go in whether it's cured or not, but Don was asking me earlier, it's still not cured. It's hard, but it'll take a fingernail imprint. It's still a little sticky. In fact, look at that. That's the stick. And there's my fingerprint to prove it. So, yeah, lacquer thinner did thin it. It just didn't. A little black powder residue will dry it right up. Really? Oh, well, yeah, when it goes boom. Yeah, no doubt. But I'm going to install it as is. I'm not going to worry about it too much. But in case y'all haven't seen, there's the body painted up and ready. I just can't stop looking at the fillets. I wish this would focus better. But I'm pleased as punch with the fillets. Okay. So let me go ahead and get the eyelet screwed in, and also you can see I drilled that secondary hole. That'll be for my Kevlar to go back up into it, the bay, and attach to the altimeter and the nose cone. Uncured epoxy is flammable. Really? Are you just trying to scare me, or is that true? Oh, really, Ron? Well, if you look at the real Saturn V, they didn't have clear acrylic fins, right? And he was just trying to fly at scale. Wow. Okay, I promise. Next time I see Ron, I won't bring it up. I promise. Because I see him so often. Actually, and I would like to change it. I would love to meet up with you guys at some point. I think everybody in here would like to get together and have some sort of fly-in. So, Ron, you mentioned interesting videos to watch. I'm going to start to play with doing video shorts on YouTube, because a launch is less than 30 seconds, and some of the launches, especially the Katos, are quite spectacular. So I'm going to start playing with my editing software and see if I can change the aspect ratio to fit a short and do some more of that stuff on my channel. It's too bad. In October, as you know, is about the best time of year. It's obviously not hot anymore, and it's not yet cold enough to make it painful. So, man, I'm still jealous. I watch you guys. It doesn't matter what time of year it is. You're all walking around in flip-flops and shorts and t-shirts, and sometimes not even flip-flops. I don't know if you know, Ron, but in your live chat, I tease Chris about this, but step 1 in Hawaiian rocketry is remove sandals. And then step 2 is prepare rocket for flight. But step number 1 is always remove the flip-flops first. But oh my goodness, Ron, those bottle caps that Chris came up with, I wouldn't want to walk around barefoot in that park. I don't like shorts because there's no control if nothing happens. Oh, okay. I guess it would you'd have to start it with 3, 2, 1. You wouldn't want to do the full dialogue and the whole explanation. It'd have to be just a quick launch. Yeah, we'll just build some expendable rockets that you're gonna blow up on purpose, and just let her blow. Airlines are pretty pricey. Yeah. Okay, so let's see. Other than this drawing, I would like to get this cut to fit. And actually, I don't think the cutting guide will work for this, because it's not a BT20, it's a BT20 coupler. So my technique of cutting is, I'm gonna have to just kind of freehand this, I think. What I was trying to figure out is how deep do I want the coupler to extend down into the body, and I thought maybe 1/2 inch would be good, but look at the length of this nose cone here. That thing is exactly 3/4 of an inch. That's kind of, I don't know. I think it's excessive, but maybe I can just do that. 3/4 inch. I got room to spare. So if I put 3/4 inch in, I'm using my measuring tool here on the guide. And I can just glue it 1/2 inch up. Yeah, that's what I'm going to do. So I'm going to leave a 1/2 inch sticking down, or 3/4 inch down. There you go, Don, making sense again. Okay, so I'm going to cut this at the 3 1/4 mark. Or 3 3/4, I mean. Right there. Okay, so that's where I want to cut. This is going to glue 1/2 inch in, and 3/4 is going to stick out. Put the ugly end in the payload bay. Honestly, I think that is exactly what I did, Joe, on the payload bay for my Yankee. I just kind of free cut it, and the ugly end went up inside the bay. And I'm probably going to do that. Although Don's idea is not bad. I'm just not going to take the time and effort to hassle with it. So I'm just going to cut this as straight as I can. Just rolling it. There we go. Not bad. Not perfect, but not bad either. So let me just kind of... That's the side that's going to glue in. I got to go deal with my gate blue oak. Oh, okay. I've had that happen here. Okay, so I should have measured this. Okay, this is going to go up a 1/2 inch. Okay, so that's going to glue up to that point there. Punch my holes. Let's go 3/4 of an inch up, because I got to punch the altimeter holes too. So let me go get a little guide. Let's see, BT 20. There we go. Hey Ron, I'm not sure if you saw when I punched the holes for my altimeter holes, but Ron shared with me a very cool trick as to how to do that, and I'll do it here. I don't think this is aimed down far enough. I apologize if I've taped one inside of BT20 and then used the BT20 tube as the guide. Oh, there you guys go, making sense again. I can't wait till I retire, because then I can think for myself. I'm used to following orders, so I just do as I'm told, and that isn't always the smartest way to do things. But anyway, it's what pays the check, so I got to do as I'm told. Okay, I'm going to measure. Let me get another piece of tape. 3/4 of an inch. There. I'm going to tape at the launch lug, so I'm not going to interfere with anything. Okay, now I'm going to make little marks. This is the coolest simple trick I've ever learned, and I got this from Joe the other day. But I'm just going to put a dark dot right where the mark is for the fins. 1, 2, 3. Okay, remove this. I want to darken the dots a little bit. Okay. Take my hole punch. I've got a 1/16 inch hole punch with a 2-inch reach depth, but I don't obviously need to do it in that case. But you punch from the bottom side, or I should say from the inside out, and then you open your little catch bay there, and you see the little peephole there. You can use that to find your marks, so you know where the hole's going to come through. That way you don't get any impressions in the, well, that's tight in a BT20, but it does fit. So you're not going to put any indentations on the outer portion of the tube, just the inner portion. Okay, so line up, you just got to find that dark spot in your peephole. I can see it. I'm not sure if the camera can see it or not, but you just have to take my word for it. And then plop. Plop. Okay, that one's smeared a little bit, but I can still see it. Okay, no, I can't. So let me remark it. There we go. Okay, so now I've got 3 perfectly aligned holes. Okay. Adios, Roberto. Thanks for stopping in, bud. Appreciate it. I know, like, some people think this is probably like watching NASCAR, but I'll tell you, and this is going to sound selfish, but the reason I do these live streams now, I want to do more live builds, is because you guys can give input and advice before I make a costly error or do something, whereas I could be doing it a better way, and you guys can save me from headaches. So in a way, I'm doing it for my own selfish reasons, so I, end up with a better product. Okay, so I can go ahead and get some white glue and glue that in. I'll glue, I can glue the bulkhead in later because it's going to form its own fillet on the bottom. I don't need to worry about that. I just need to worry about... Actually, you know what? Yeah, it didn't seem like it wanted to go much further than that, Joe, so that was just dumb luck that I had measured it for that. I'm going to go ahead and glue the bulkhead in first, so I've got something to hold on to when I push this coupler in. Yeah, I'm going to do that. So I'm going to glue this in first. Okay, spread it around. And you guys, always have a paper towel pre-cut before you need it. I hate getting glue on my fingers and then realizing I don't have a paper towel ready. I don't know why I forget to do that. Okay. Okay, sort of work this in. There we go. Okay. So we'll let that sit for a bit. Actually, I can go ahead and glue this in too. Yeah, it is, Ron. It's it says it right there, 1/16. They make 1/8 inch. In fact, I think Joe uses 1/8 on his rockets. I may in the future end up getting an 1/8 inch for larger stuff, but I think the 16th inch works fine. but it's made by McGill. I picked this up off Amazon for I think $9. Does that sound right, Joe? I think it was. These are like $9 on Amazon, and I'll show. You can see up close. It's just a 1/16 inch diameter hole punch, and it's got a 2-inch deep reach. So like in a BT50, like something like the Alpha, it can go the full 2 inches, which is actually what I did. You can kind of see the hole right there. That was almost 2 inches. But on the BT20, you're limited to about 3/4 inch. Ron's probably going to answer that, Joe. But yeah, he did this afternoon, and it was lacking the final flight that. Well, I don't know about the final, but the one we were kind of interested in, the one that didn't end so hot. And it's just getting worse and worse, Aaron. It's getting worse and worse. So Ron, did you literally lose all the footage from that live feed? I guess you would have, right? And you're right. I don't remember seeing any footage from the live camera on your edited version. So, Ron, but I'm glad you're here. I can ask you. I'm contemplating trying to do what you're doing with live stream. Do you pick up Wi-Fi from anybody in the area, or are you strictly streaming through YouTube over your data, your cell phone data service, or are you going through a Wi-Fi of some sort? Because I'd like to do a test run before this, but Joe is coming back out in September, and we're going to be maidening some rockets. In fact, we're going to maiden flight this Mean Machine, as well as some other little projects we got going on, and I'd love to live stream it if possible. So I'm kind of curious how you do that. You know what, guys? I'm kind of procrastinating, but I'm just going to glue this in. I cannot think of a reason other than, you know what? I just thought of it. Painting. I'm going to paint the tube first. Hey, Cincy. Yeah, there's obviously an anomaly happened with that one, Ron, but you've never had an issue before. That is strange that it just up and crashed and then deleted on you. But that's interesting that you just work off your regular cell phone data. Hey, why is that, Cincy? What's going on, bud? So yeah, I'm going to wait on gluing the coupler in until I get the coupler painted. I think this is just going to get in the way of the paint, and this will glue in super, super quick and easy when time comes. So I'm going to hold off on that and just get this primed and painted. Ron, my other question for you is, you said that you've already been trying the primer and the spirals. How's that working out for you? I have to be sure there's plenty of room on the phone or the stream. Oh, so it's using up your phone data? Wow. I would have thought it would just automatically save to your account. Because when I do my live streams like right now, when I end this live stream, it's instantly on my YouTube account. Like, I don't have to upload it. It's already in the account. Yeah, that is strange. Space on the phone hard drive. That is interesting. Oh, you're a minor and it wants me to enter my parents' credit card. Ooh. So I decided I'll just lose my account. I have 14 days to do whatever I want to on you. Wow. Okay, Cincy. Sorry about that, bud. So, Ron, do you like have to just delete all your photos and videos before you ever go out each time you fly? That's... Because I don't have a lot of memory on my phone. I'm kind of concerned now because I think I've got a 64 gig phone, and I'm not full, but I'm probably closer to full than I'm being empty. So you actually have to... That is interesting. Now you do pretty lengthy live streams. I figured the way I fly, Ron, is I'm usually about 30 minutes, between 25 to 30 minutes between each flight. That's kind of my standard timing. Once I land, retrieve the rocket, go, bring it back, download the info, prep the next rocket, get the chute out, get it loaded, get the cameras mounted, get the igniters in, all that stuff. It's usually 25 to 30 minutes between. So if I take out 5 rockets, I plan on being out there for 2.5 hours. And your streams are generally what, like 3 to 4 hours? Oh, you only do 2 hours. I was thinking you did longer than that. Well, so like I said, I'd like to go out and do a test run. Maybe I'll take just 2 or 3 rockets at the most, maybe just 2, and do a test live in the next week or so. So then when Joe comes out, we'll have a better idea of what we can accomplish. Maybe it would just be best to have our rockets preloaded and ready to go before I even hit the live button. That's an issue, Ron, that I deal with. I've had stationary phone cameras, like a lot of times my base camera that sits under the pad looking up, I'll hit record, set it down, go back, start everything else, and then launch. And then after it launches, I'll go and start turning cameras off. And several times I've found that particular phone, it's got that little temperature warning and says the phone overheated on me. That's a struggle that I've got. And I know live streaming does heat up your camera even more. So, it may show the error, but then it may turn off before you ever check it, Ron. I wonder if that's what's going on. Well, I'll tell you what, I'm kind of planning on... I'm glad, Aaron, I appreciate you helping out Cincy and taking the time to do that. I really, really do appreciate that. While that dries, I'm going to open up some cards. This is kind of what I decided to do. While glue dries, that gives me a chance to open up some baseball cards. And I do want to show off something. I picked this up on eBay the other day. Aaron, along with a lot of folks, have been buying the complete sets from Walmart. And with the complete sets, there's a chance of getting a gold parallel set. And my luck of getting one, if I went out and bought a complete set, which I did buy a complete set, but I doubt it's the gold parallel. So I went ahead and ordered the complete gold parallel set for my 2 favorite teams. And you can get them for pretty cheap, and you know what you're getting, as opposed to buying them in the store and hoping that you get what you want. That's true. Joe's phone overheated as well. So anyway, let's show you what I got here. I think I paid like $10 total or so. Okay. Let's see what we got here. This should be the complete team set for the Padres. Yes, the gold star. See the gold star border? That's like a special set that Topps offers, and this is the complete set. Topps Series 1 and 2. Joe, those are my 2 second favorite teams. Sorry. But yeah, I won't go through all the names, but it's the complete set. Now, my only question, Aaron, Aaron, you're still in here. Why do they release the complete sets before update comes out? Do you have any idea why that is? Because there's Mr. Popular, Fernando Tatis Jr. Oh, okay. That makes sense, Aaron. But yeah, why do they release the quote complete set before update comes out? Because then once update is released, then these are no longer complete. You're missing the update. But do they even do the gold parallels with update? Do you know? Like, can you buy the update gold parallels to complete the whole package? But here are my beloved Arizona Diamondbacks. And Don must be really struggling with that gate. He's been gone for quite a while closing that gate that the wind blew open. I don't know, but again, wouldn't it be better if they just waited for update and then, I guess they'd have to build a longer box to fit the extra cards in it, but it's not really complete if there's another series coming out. That's kind of weird. And the other thing I wonder is, why do Topps, like, for example, Josh Van Meter, he's no longer with us. Why do we still have his card? Seth Beer, McCarthy, Varsho, Peralta. Peralta just got traded to Tampa Bay. Widener, he's AAA now. Fairchild is with... is he with the Mets? I can't remember, but he's gone. We still have Gilbert. Weaver just got traded. Kelly, we got Walker. Walker's killing it with the home runs. Gallen, of course, he's a monster. Mark Melanson, he's kind of been a disappointment. Ramos, he's gone. I don't know where he went. Merrill Kelly, he's our most consistent pitcher. There's Cattell, he's struggling. He's strained his hamstring again the other day. There's the team card. Drew Ellis, he's gone. He's with the Cubs now. Pavin Smith, he's been bumped to AAA, and now he's injured. And Josh Reddick, he's gone. So, is the star parallel from the complete set? Yes. Yeah, these, people buy the complete sets. If they land on getting a star parallel set, a gold star parallel set, they'll break it up into teams and then sell them on eBay as little team sets, and that's what these are. They were like $5 a team. So instead of spending $70 or $60 to $70 at Walmart to buy the whole set to get your teams, you can just pay $5 a team off eBay. So that's the way I chose to get them. Now I'll show you this. I'm not going to open it yet, guys. I don't even know when I'll open it, if I open it. But I did pick up one. They had 4 boxes at Walmart the other day. So I did grab one. And again, this is only sets Series 1 and 2. Not sure what they're going to do with update, but I picked this up. And I don't know what I'm going to do yet. I don't know if I want to leave it sealed, open it. If I open it, what do I do with it? Do I want to binderize the whole thing and make a binder book out of it? I just don't know. And you can see here it says 1 in every 3 sets is a complete set parallel. So I guess 1 in 3 will have gold stars. So yeah, I'm gonna chew on that one for a while until I decide what to do. But I did pick up a Series 2 hanger box, and I thought it'd be kind of fun to open that up here. We're at 1 hour right now, and I know Aaron's probably itching to go live. So tell you what I'll do. Let me crack open this box, see what I can find. Hopefully we'll get some reds, Aaron, and if I do, they can head out in tomorrow's mail. So again, I'm at a standstill with the Rockets. The Alpha 3, Aaron, I hope you don't mind, but you're going to be at a standstill too until I can get you those little things I'm going to send to you tomorrow. So just be patient. I'll get this glued in here in the next day or two, and then we'll be pretty much caught up to one another. With my luck, Aaron, I did, and if I did land the gold parallel set, then I just wasted $10 on these. Ain't that the way it is? So let's rip into this and see if we can pull any autographs or relics. Yeah, I don't exactly see you gnawing at your teeth, or you're biting your fingernails to get going on it. But I want to do it sooner rather than later. Fall's coming. It'd be nice to get you guys ready for fall, get some fall launches in. Ron and everybody that's watching, if you don't know Aaron, he's Faith, Family, and Sports. Aaron has an Alpha 3 beginner set at home with the launch pad, the whole starter set. And we're going to build the Alpha 3s kind of concurrently. That's why I've got mine waiting in the wings. And I think... Do you remember what size motors you guys picked up, Aaron? Were they the B's or the C's? But I know you guys picked up a pack of motors. Okay, looking at the cards, I don't see any relics. No thick cards. We'll see if we can pull any autos or really cool inserts. Now, all I can tell you guys so far is this pack that I just opened, it's a junk pack. It really is. It's a junk pack. It's a Jansen junk pack from the Angels. I have never heard of him. Here, let me put the inserts in the back. And we'll get going here. Let me angle this down a little bit more. All right, let's see what we can pull here. We're looking for Diamondbacks and Cincinnati Reds for Aaron. Don't worry about it, Aaron. Not important. Maybe on your live stream tonight you can tell me. Okay, Nathaniel Lowe for the Rangers. Kevin Kiermaier for the Rays. Jonathan is it Shoop or Scoop? I'm not sure. For the Tigers. Victor Caratini, catcher for the Padres. And the Padres. Oh, Don's back. Thank you, Don, for letting me know you're back. Hope you got the gate fixed. Tell you what I'm going to do here. I'm going to set up a little stand. Okay, we'll put the nice cards set aside. So there's a Padre. Okay, I'm going to get 3 stands. 1, 2, 3. Padres, Diamondbacks, Reds. How's that sound? Okay. Andres Jimenez for the Indians. J.P. Crawford for the Mariners. There's the Tigers team card. Oh, look, Miggy's smiling. Loving life. He will, too, when they induct him to the Hall of Fame. There's Yohan Moncada. Shout out to Chuck. I don't think Chuck's in here today. If he is, he's lurking in the background. Oh, my goodness. Did we get absolute 2 duplicate cards? Oh, my goodness, another Jimenez. We got some duplicates here, guys. What horrible correlation from Topps. Yeah, same card number, 385. Look at that. That's horrible. I mean, it's good for Don. He's got 2 Padres, but they're identical. Wow, another Andres Jimenez. That's weird. Trevor Larnach for the Twins, Future Stars. Jack Mayfield for the Angels. Randy Dobnak for the Twins. That mustache just doesn't fit him. He looks too young to have a mustache like that. Yeah, well done, Topps. Way to go. Just glad we didn't get like 3 or 4 Sean Greens or anything like that. Ryan Velade for the... Ooh, I see a diamond. Are you kidding? We got Zach Gallen. Sweet. So far, that is the hit of the box. That's cool. He's like my number 1 PC right now, too. All right, Ron, take care, buddy. Thanks for stopping in. Once I get things painted up, we'll start final assembly on that mean machine. So, again, thanks for stopping in, and got to get that rocket out of the tree, man. We got to get that thing down. So, seriously, like a little slingshot with the rock and kite string wouldn't loop over? With a fish hook on it, maybe? I don't know, something. Chop down the tree. Maybe nobody will notice. Anyway. Oh, I feel for you, bud. The last remaining Flight Sketch Mini in existence, and it's stuck in a tree. Brandon Nemo for the Mets. TJ Friedel for the Cincinnati Reds. There you go, Aaron. So we got you a hit. This will be heading out tomorrow. Dean Creamer. Not Kramer, but Creamer. Okay, for the Orioles, you got Mark Canha for the Mets. Alfonso Rivas for the Cubs. Willie Calhoun for the Rangers. Miles Straw for the Indians. I'm sorry, Guardians. I gotta get over that. Paul DeJong for the Cardinals. MVP got Harper and... Is that Franco? Is that Wander Franco? I'm guessing it is, but at least they could say it, you know. It says, Bryce meets up with this generation's young phenom, giving guidance to greatness. Okay, so we all know it's Wander Franco, but what if it's a kid that doesn't know? Right? They should say the name. Too much assumption there. There's Cal Quantrill with the Indians. I'm sorry, Guardians. He used to be with the Padres. Justice Sheffield for the Mariners. Luis Castillo for the Reds. There you go. Aaron, you got two. Brandon Belt for the Giants. Yordan Alvarez for the Astros. And Andy Ibanez for the Rangers. Okay, that's half the box. Let's see what we can get out of the rest of the base. And then all the inserts are going to be at the end. So looking forward to that. Okay, there's that junk card again. Jansen Junk. Andrew Young with the Nationals. Is that the same Andy Young? It sure is. Yep. He's with the Diamondbacks there. See that? Yep, he's gone. He gone. I'm not even sure who we got in return for him because I don't know of any Nationals that are on the starting squad. Noah Syndergaard for the Angels. Colton Wecker for the Rockies. Walker Buehler. What I read, he just underwent shoulder surgery or elbow surgery. So he's out for the season. Brandon Woodruff for the Brewers. Shane Baz for the Rays. Zach Plesac for the... Okay, I forgot about him. If you guys were to start counting how many pitchers in the MLB are named Zach, you'd have well over half a dozen. Right off the top of my head, Zach Gallen, Zach Davies, Zach Wheeler, Zach Plesac. Oh my goodness, now I'm drawing a blank. But there are a lot of Zachs pitching for some reason. Don, last night's game was a heartbreaker. I'm sure you saw the replay, or saw it live, but Lovullo was hot. The umpire chose. I will grant them this. That pitch was a ball. It was outside the box, but it was in the exact same location that umpire had been calling strikes all night long. And our pitcher placed it perfectly right there to get that third and final out of the game. That would have been strike three. And the umpire hesitated. You saw him flinch and then elected to let it go as a ball. And that got the guy on base. Next batter comes up and hits a 2-run homer. We lose 2-1. Our coach was livid. For good reason. The umpire, yes, it was a ball, but the umpire needs to be consistent. And if you're consistently calling a strike in a zone that's outside the box, then be consistent and do it when it matters the most, especially. So that was a heartbreaker. That just crushed us. So, anyway, getting off my soapbox. But good point, Don. Very good point. There's I say, you say, we all say Kikuchi. Yes, for those of you Rocketeers that don't know baseball, his name is Yusei Kikuchi. There's Jonathan Daza for the Rockies. Jeff McNeil for the Mets. And, we got another Diamondback. We got Luis Frias. He's not a bad pitcher. He's kind of different, though. He's kind of, his hat's on crooked. He's got a big old wad of chew, it looks like, in his cheek. He's, different. But, hey, it's a Diamondback, so I set that. So we got 2, 2, and 2 so far. But, unfortunately, Don, you got 2 of the same guy. That's weird. Not as bad as Doug Eddings' vendetta against the Padres. Again, Don, I think you've got me on some nostalgic stuff. I just don't know the history of that one either. Sorry. I do know your Padres are hurting right now with that Tatis issue. Man, oh man. David Fletcher for the Angels. Bailey Ober. Interesting. For the Twins. Oh my goodness, guys. Third Diamondback. This is the D-backs box. Seth Beer. He was all the hype at the start of the season, and for good reason. I wish I could brag on him right now, but I can't. I think he's actually on the verge of being sent back to AAA. He's in a more or less of a rut right now, but this guy, he's got some stories from earlier in the season. In case you don't know, earlier in the year, his first ever, well, it wasn't his first at bat. He hit a home run. His first home run was a grand slam on National Beer Day. No joke. It was National Beer Day, and Seth Beer hit a grand slam walk-off homer for his first Major League home run. Oh, you got Juan Soto, Don. I thought the worst was Angel Hernandez, Don. I mean, you might be right. I just don't know the name Doug Eddings, but Angel Hernandez is pretty bad too. Yeah, Juan Soto. It's good they got him because they just lost Tatis. There's Nico Horner for the Cubs. Chad Kuhl for the Pirates. He is one cool pitcher. Mark Kolozvari for the Reds. Okay, so Aaron's up to 3 now. Oh my goodness, 2 in a row. Kyle Farmer for the Reds. And we got a backwards card. What's that mean? Oh, it's a Yankee. Is it numbered? Oh, it's not backwards. What was I thinking? Where did I see that? Never mind. How on earth did I see that as a backward card? Anyway, that's just a regular Luke Voigt card. Yeah, Jay, we're cracking open some cards now. The glue's drawing. I thought that's a good opportunity to open up a box of 2022 Series 2. 2-2. There's the Angels dugout. Congratulations. Card. There's Sean Gunther for the Marlins. Philadelphia Phillies team card with that guy on the front. Max Stassi for the Angels. I don't know. I was going to guess all of them. Are they kind of like my team? They've all been traded off by now. Michael Kopech for the White Sox. Hey, we got another. Oh, there's that. I was just talking about it, too. This is the base card, but there's Tatis being honored by... Is that Machado? It does kind of look like Machado. Yeah. It says Machado hangs the swag chain on Tatis after a grand slam. This is back when they were called Slam Diego because they were hitting so many grand slams. But, yeah, they don't have that relationship nowadays, that's for sure. Stone Garrett. Why do I know that name? I do know that name, Don. No short prints, Jay. We're getting to the inserts here. Hopefully we'll get something good out of the inserts. There's Austin Warren for the Angels. Matt Carpenter for the Cardinals. The Seattle Mariners team card. Wade Boggs and Reggie Jackson. Now, why would they do that? Why would they show that card and say that's Wade Boggs? Why not call it Wade Boggs / Reggie Jackson? Oh, that's right, Stone Garrett. You know what? We called him. Really? Did he really come up, Don? I saw a game or two ago they did a little highlight film on him up in Reno. Did we call him up? Today, awesome. I didn't read any transactions yet for today. I normally do that. Oh my goodness. Okay. Well, that's going to be exciting. Thanks for letting me know. Today's game 3 against the Giants, 3 out of 4. So, why is there a Boggs card? Well, I don't know, Aaron. I'll turn it over here in a second, but I'm wondering why Reggie Jackson didn't get any publicity here. You know, that's kind of strange. Let's see, what's the number on it? 865. What's a base card number? $847. Am I reading the right number? Because it says code on it. Is this 847? Yep. Okay, so 847 is the base. So this is a short print. Okay, Don, in case you're wondering, down here in the corner, there's a little code number. Let's try to focus. See where it says 865? Those 3 numbers tell you that it's not part of the base set. This is a short print. That's what I thought. He was signed to Upper Deck. Oh, interesting. I didn't know that. Interesting. Good point, guys. Thanks for sharing that. I did not realize that. Well, all right. Well, let me set him stage center. I guess you could call that the hit of the box because it's a short print. All right, what do we got here? We got I don't know the name of this card, but it's like a refractor or some sort of rainbow. Got John Heasley for the Royals. A short print, Don, is basically just that. They made less of them, and it's a variation of the base set. So if let's say you were to collect all the base cards numbered 1 through 760 or however many cards are in the set, you're not going to find the short prints. Those are additional cards that are variation cards that are randomly inserted in packs. And they're more rare, so they're called short prints. So if you can get your hands on one, I don't think this one's numbered. No, this one isn't numbered, but it's they just did a short run on the printing, so there's not many in existence. The complete base sets are selling at Walmart right now for $59.99. So $60 for a complete set. Okay, and again, that's without the update series. That's just series 1 and 2. I don't know why they do the complete sets before the updates come out. I just don't get that. That's a $12 card? Seriously? Well, in that case, stand by one, Houston. Let me get some goodies over here. Let me get some hard plastic. Thanks for looking that up. I don't particularly collect Wade Boggs, so that might be worth turning around and selling. So, Don, what you do is to preserve these, you put them like a penny sleeve, and then you slip that into what's called a top loader, which is a hard plastic case. And there. So now it's protected. So that'll sell for $12, huh? That's right, Aaron. They have what's called SSPs, which are super short prints, which is even obviously more rare. So, well, that's cool. That was a good little find there. Was it $20 box? And I just got $12 back right there in that one card. Use penny sleeves for your game cards. Oh, okay. Yep. I think nowadays they're more like 1.5 penny cards. They're not penny sleeves. They're not 99 cents for 100 anymore, so they're not just a penny. Inflation, you know. John Heasley there. We've looked at him long enough. Moving on, we've got Eloy Jimenez, stars of the MLB for the White Sox. Next one, another stars. Oh, are you kidding me? So, for those of you who watch Harry Potter and know that there's that name that shall not be spoken because bad things happen, this is my version of that, basically. I don't say this name out loud. If I don't have to. I probably said it earlier. I did, in fact, when he was on that card with Tatis. I just don't like to say it. Giancarlo Stanton, or as some people like to say, Guy Carlo. I'll leave that one alone. Aaron, your favorite. Hey, there's Miggy, future Hall of Famer. He's like, you know it. Oh, that's funny. A little grin on his face. Don't mind me. I'm going to round first and just keep on heading to Cooperstown. I just don't like him, Don. I despise him as a human being. I shouldn't ever say that, but he's like, to me, he's the Kyle Busch of baseball. He's just, you know. He's mean, he's dirty. He's deliberately tried to injure people on the field before. He's as cocky as they get. I mean, his head cannot swell any bigger. He thinks he's the greatest. And I just don't care for the guy. We got an 87 throwback. We got Marcus Semien for the Rangers. And our final card is a Pete Alonso Sweet Shades card. So I'm guessing that Ethan has this card already since he says he's completed the set. He's the Bryce Harper of the West Coast. Amen to that. Yep, he's a tool. He sure is. Oh, Jay's a Pete fan. We did not know that. Okay, see, this is how you learn what people like and don't like. Jay Pylon is a Pete fan. You like the Shades card. They are. That's actually the first time I've seen one in person, to be honest with you. So, Don, what they'll do is what Topps does is they put little special inserts in the pack. So, like, this is the Sweet Shades insert. So, if you were so inclined, you could try to collect the whole set of, I don't know, maybe 30 or 20. This is number 11 in the set. So, you know, if there's 20 or 30 cards in the set, you'd want to collect all of the Sweet Shades cards. And that would be called a subset. And I don't collect subsets, but a lot of people do. So there you have it. Not a bad little box. Like I said, I pulled, how many reds did I get? I got 4 reds for you there, Aaron. And like you said, I'm not sure how much longer they're going to be on the team if they haven't already been traded. Yes. To answer your question, yes. The white border, that's your base cards. And on the back, they'll give the card number and they'll say what series they're out of. When the season first starts, Topps will release Series 1 cards. And then about halfway through the season, they release Series 2 cards. It's just an extension of, Series 1. Your numbers are going to be higher because these are the later issued cards. So like Series 1 would be 1 through 350, for example. And then Series 2 would be 351 to 700. Or whatever their maximum is for that year. And then near the end of the year, Topps, after all the trades have been done and kind of everybody's where they're supposed to be and the new upcomers from the minor leagues or made their way up to the majors, Topps will release a final series called the Update Series. And that'll capture a lot of those rookies that came up during the season. That's kind of the goal of Update. So in total, Topps releases 3 main base sets a year. Okay, well, that's not bad. Yeah, so that box that I showed earlier, that has all of Series 1 and 2 in it. Yeah. This box that I showed earlier, this complete box here contains, yeah, it even said, oh, it's the 660 card set, it's Series 1 and 2. So all of these base Series 2 that you've seen, all of those base cards are in this box. But I still don't understand. Okay, so 660, I'm guessing Series 1 goes to 330, and then 2 goes from 331 to 660, maybe? But why don't they release this after update? That's bizarre to me. Especially if you're looking to do like the gold parallel set. See, so at the end of the year, I'm still going to have to buy more gold parallels from the updates. Assuming that they do have a gold update. I'm not even 100% on that. So, well, this was a little different kind of video in that I was able to open up some baseball cards while the glue dried. But I don't have any more rocket stuff to do or show you. I literally just have to wait for paint to dry and glue to dry, and then I'll go do some painting. No bubblegum. No bubblegum. I have tried it. I've opened up some old 80s packs and chewed the gum up, and it just dissolves down into a powder that just makes you salivate profusely, and you can either spit it out or swallow it, but those that have swallowed it say that they get upset stomachs later in the evening, so I'm not going to risk that. It tastes actually decent, the old stuff, when you first put it in your mouth and take a first bite, but it quickly turns into muck. I agree, Don. They're supposed to smell like. Maybe they could infuse that scent into the cardboard. But I do miss the gum, like Jay says. I miss it too. And now that a lot of these cards have been sitting for 30, 40 years with gum in the packs, the moisture in the gum has seeped into the cards and ruined a lot of the cards. So that's what makes opening the older stuff kind of, risky, because the packs are worth something, not much, but they're worth something by themselves. But once you open them, they're worth nothing. But heaven forbid you open it and then find like an all-star rookie card, some phenomenal card, and then realize it's been stained by the gum. Then it's like, oh, you just lost any or all value that it may have had. A candle scent? That's true. Not just bubblegum, but baseball card bubblegum. Topps bubblegum incense. How about that? That would be awesome. I should kind of angle this up so you get a little better view of things. So we did pull 4 reds. We pulled 2 Padres, Don. Identical. That's actually pretty poor. Yeah, could you imagine pulling a Ryan rookie? Well, Ryan's rookie would have been before the days of baseball card gum. That would have been what? Early 60s, I think? Mid 60s? So you wouldn't get a rookie Ryan in that condition. Fairfield Wednesday, is that a request? Or I see what you're saying. Yeah. Oh, there you go. That's right. I got the Fairfield double. Sorry, Aaron, I'm slow. It's been a long day. 68. Okay. So 68 would have been before the bubblegum days. Yeah. Can you imagine? Yeah. I had a supervisor come in from out of town today to do a one-day audit at my facility that I work with, so I was kind of hosting my boss, and of course, that can be a little stressful. There's a market for everything, Joe, I think. I'd be willing to bet that somebody collects anything you can think of. Even the wrappers, like the old 80s, the bubblegum junk, what we call junk wax packs, those wax paper wrappers. There's people who collect those. Frame them, put them on the wall. Yeah, I'm sure you could find a collector for just about anything out there. So guys, it is an hour and a half into the stream, and I have no more material. And what is it? It's 7:30 my time. That's 10:30 Aaron's time. Aaron, are you going to go live here when we're done? Let me give Aaron a chance to answer, and if so, then what we'll do is we'll just do an instant raid on you. All of us can jump over into Aaron's channel and say hi to him and the family. Oh, Jess is on the phone? Okay. Aaron, do me a favor. Throw your link in there, because I'm sure a lot of the people in here probably don't have your channel, because these are my, we'll call it my rocket buddies. So just do me a favor. Can you throw your link in here real quick, and everybody in here, like Joe and Don. Oh, I know Don knows how to find it. Jay obviously knows how to get there. But somebody post Faith's channel and head over there, and then I'm going to sign off, and then within a few minutes, I hope, Aaron will go live, and then we can jump in and y'all can experience that. Or maybe somebody else can do it. Jay, maybe if you can do it. That would be much appreciated. Yeah, Joe, I don't think you've ever done an FFS live stream, but if you're willing to hang out with us for a little bit longer, jump over there, and you'll get to meet his wife and kids, and we have an absolute blast. He does daily live streams. He's doing a challenge where he's doing 100 days in a row. I think he's up to like day 46 or 47 now. He's almost halfway through the challenge, but at least 30 minutes a night, and we talk about anything and everything. Okay, there you go. There's the link for FFS's channel. So, Aaron, I'm going to sign off right now. Everybody click on that link and go to his channel and wait for his live stream to hit. Hopefully, we'll all see you in there and we can chat together and hang out with Aaron's family. All right, guys, thanks for watching. Had a lot of fun. Thanks for the advice with the building and had fun with the cards. So, with that, I will sign off. God bless all of you. Have a wonderful night, and we'll see you in FFS's channel.